Marvel Studios, a name synonymous with superhero excellence, a brand that redefined cinematic universes and gave birth to the modern superhero genre. But like any great empire, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU, has had its share of ups and downs. Today, in Summit Cape, we're diving into the rise, fall, and rise again of the MCU, tracing its journey from humble beginnings to its current renaissance. It all began in 2008 with A Risk, a movie about a lesser-known character named Tony Stark, portrayed by Robert Downey Jr., an actor whose career was in a bit of a slump. Little did anyone know, Iron Man would kickstart not just a franchise, but an entire cinematic universe. The success of Iron Man paved the way for a connected series of films, leading to 2012's The Avengers, a movie that would shatter box office records and solidify the MCU as pop culture phenomenon. Phase 2 and Phase 3 of the MCU brought us even more iconic moments. Guardians of the Galaxy introduced us to a whole new side of the MCU, while Captain America: Civil War set the stage for the epic conclusion in Avengers: Endgame. The MCU had become a behemoth, with each movie becoming a must-see event, culminating in the unprecedented success of Avengers: Endgame, which became the highest-grossing film of all time. But as the old saying goes, what goes up must come down. And after the meteoric high of Endgame, the MCU faced its greatest challenge yet: how to continue the story after the end. With Endgame came the end of an era. Beloved characters like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers were gone, and the MCU was left in a state of transition. Phase 4 marked a significant shift, with the introduction of new heroes, expanded multiverse concepts, and the move into Disney Plus series. While there were some hits, like Spider-Man: No Way Home, which played heavily on nostalgia, the overall reception of Phase 4 was mixed. Many fans and critics felt the MCU had lost its focus. The storytelling was fragmented, the stakes felt lower, and some of the newer entries failed to capture the magic of earlier phases. The pandemic also disrupted release schedules, adding to the sense of disarray. The MCU, once unstoppable, was now facing the very real possibility of audience fatigue. By the time Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania and Eternals hit theaters, the cracks were showing. The once mighty MCU was no longer the guaranteed box office juggernaut it had been, and fans were beginning to question whether Marvel's best days were behind them. By 2024, the MCU found itself at a crossroads. The mixed reception of Phase 4 and the increasing fatigue among fans made it clear that the franchise needed a game changer. Enter Deadpool and Wolverine, a film that not only met expectations but blew them out of the water. This wasn't just another superhero film, it was a cultural event. This movie had all the ingredients of success: a dynamic pairing of fan-favorite characters, a bold marketing campaign, and a fresh approach to storytelling. Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, known for his fourth-wall-breaking humor and irreverence, teamed up with Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, a character many believed had seen his last chapter in 2017's Logan. But this wasn't just any team-up. This was the movie fans had been clamoring for. A movie that dared to blend the gritty intensity of Wolverine with the outrageous humor of Deadpool. Deadpool and Wolverine didn't shy away from taking risks. It was fun, violent, emotional, and packed with unexpected cameos. The film playfully referenced the MCU, DC Universe, Fox's former handling of the X-Men franchise, and even poked fun at Disney's control over Marvel. It was a self-aware celebration of everything fans loved about these characters, and it resonated on a massive scale. The marketing campaign was nothing short of genius. From hilarious viral videos with Deadpool hijacking MCU promotional materials to Wolverine's iconic reveal in his classic comic book suit, every move generated buzz. And when the teaser trailer dropped, it smashed records: 365 million views in 24 hours. The anticipation reached a fever pitch, and when the film finally hit theaters, it did not disappoint. It grossed over $1 billion, making it the highest-grossing R-rated movie in history. Deadpool and Wolverine proved that the MCU could still surprise us, still innovate, and still capture the magic that made it a global phenomenon in the first place. It became a turning point, reminding everyone, fans, critics, and the industry alike, that Marvel wasn't done yet. And just as the momentum from Deadpool and Wolverine began to peak, Marvel dropped another bombshell. Avengers: The Kang Dynasty was being rebranded as Avengers: Doomsday. This wasn't just a title change, it was a paradigm shift. The MCU was signaling that it was ready to take bold, unexpected steps once again. The title, Avengers: Doomsday, evokes a sense of finality, urgency, and high stakes, hinting at a conflict far more significant and complex than we've seen before. And with this announcement came another surprise. Robert Downey Jr., the man who helped launch the MCU as Tony Stark, would be returning, but this time as the infamous Dr. Doom. Imagine that, Tony Stark, the symbol of the Avengers, now playing one of Marvel's most iconic villains. Dr. Doom, a character known for his intelligence, intelligence, arrogance, and complex moral code would now be portrayed by the actor who had given life to the MCU's most beloved hero. This was a casting choice that sent shockwaves through the fandom and had everyone talking. But why Dr. Doom? The choice to reintroduce Downey Jr. in this role is nothing short of genius. Dr. Doom is not just another villain, he's a ruler, a genius, and one of the most formidable foes in the Marvel Universe. His inclusion in Avengers Doomsday hints at a multiversal battle where the stakes are not just global, but cosmic. With the return of a veteran actor in a game-changing role, the MCU is poised to explore new storytelling avenues, delve deeper into the multiverse, and push the boundaries of what a superhero movie can be. Avengers Doomsday promises to be an epic that redefines the team-up movie genre, a narrative that spans universes, challenges our heroes in unexpected ways, and asks difficult questions about power, control, and destiny. And let's not forget, Avengers Doomsday will also serve as a culmination of Phase 5, uniting old favorites like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, and Captain Marvel, with new heroes such as Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, and Blade. This new Avengers lineup is set to face its most formidable threat yet, with Dr. Doom as a potential ally or adversary. The dynamics are unpredictable, and the stakes have never been higher. The MCU is clearly listening to its fans, learning from past mistakes, and once again aiming to create a blockbuster experience that draws from its vast source material while staying fresh and innovative. With Deadpool and Wolverine reigniting the spark and Avengers Doomsday set to take us on a thrilling new adventure, the future of the MCU looks brighter than ever, and I, for one, can't wait to see where this next chapter takes us. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. What do you think about Robert Downey Jr. as Dr. Doom? Let me know in the comments below.